Hello everybody, I'm here with Simon Fellus and Gilad Ofir, which one is the WBF secretary and the other one is the youth coordinator. Hello guys, how are you?
Well, I'm good, thank you. You?
Well, I'm very well. And before talking about the match, I want to talk about you two. So you were Bleach players.
We used to.
We are still.
How did you decide to switch from playing to ruling?
It's not a definitive decision. Sometimes I play bridge with my friends. I don't play anymore as a professional, but of course I still like to play bridge. I love to play bridge, and sometimes during the year I take occasion to play with my friends, and it's always a good time spent with them.
Your answers are very good. So I cannot compete. I can compete.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, I played Montecatini the last time, so I'm an active player for now. I think not a good active player, but okay, active player.
And I want to ask you something. You are the youth coordinator. Do you think that the fact that in Israel you have a very good school, you have very good programs for kids, helped you in this career?
Career is a big word, okay? But it's helped. I think this is one of the things that push me forward. But it's not only in Israel, in France they have a good program in all over the world. So now we need to coordinate.
Yeah. Which do you think are the best schools?
I cannot answer this one, but I think Sweden is doing like great job. What is happening? They control, they take over the world. Like
So Sweden, China, Netherlands.
China is impressive. Yeah.
I guess also in England they're making a really good job, even if they're not recognized. But the process is still, I guess, we have to cross the finger and hope that also bridge will be recognized in England.
By the way, I talked with a Croatian guy, which they are doing also a good job.
Yeah.
And he asked me, what do you think about making a yoga practice before the matches?
Amazing.
Amazing, yes?
As far as I know, there are some players that usually make yoga or some exercise to...
It's like a service and it's good for mental.
But there was Ashtun, which has been here, and the the very young guy that did the oath in the auditorium, he actually practiced yoga before every match. He was standing in the hall where everybody was walking like very loud people, and he was just doing it. It was amazing. This little kid doing yoga, it was amazing.
So it's an idea.
In this case, the secret is the concentration.
And the concentration, yeah. It's
Not the motivation.
Motivated to concentrate. Yeah.
So let's talk about the matches. This is the last round.
Yeah.
I want to know your opinion, and I want to know who are you betting on.
Okay, let's start from the Bermuda Bowl. The situation now is, let's see the place where they are fighting for the last place to qualify. Egypt is in 8th position with 212 victory points. New Zealand 207, Monaco 206, India 199, and Italy 188, Indonesia 198. I guess let's see the matches. Egypt is playing now in the Vugraf Theatre with Bulgaria, and New Zealand is playing against Brazil. Monaco has a very tough match against Netherlands.
Do you think they're out?
No, Monaco. I guess that Monaco will never die till the end. So if I have to bet on someone, I will bet on Monaco.
Really?
Yes.
I want to take your money.
10 euro.
10 euro.
10
10 euro is good,
And
yeah.
Which is your bet?
Which is you you can pay. This is the only reason for only 10 euros. Yeah,
I put my money on the table. Let's see.
I think that Egypt is playing like against Bulgaria, which seems like a tough match, but like an easy match because Bulgaria is already qualified. But Bulgaria is fighting for the third, or it's far away now.
No, it still can be.
Still, they can take it and then they can choose, I think. No,
Yes.
This is the system.
The first
So
four,
Bulgaria
the
will
first three.
fight. But Egypt is our neighbor, so we are in favor of Egypt. Woo!
Also, to have an African country in the first state would be good.
Yeah. Also, the Swedish, I think they're fighting not to be fourth, actually.
Yes.
But anyway, they will. Yeah, but they will be like the last one to be chosen. I think nobody will choose them because they are actually the strongest one within the last four, I think.
And we are going to see them in every competition now because they are always on top. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on there. They're eating something, I think.
No, they are super good. They are super strong. Like the practice a lot. They have a lot of Nordic championship. They have a lot of camps. They have a lot of things. So they're always meeting. They're gathering for very good, like, playing matches. So that's probably why they are so good. Well, and they also have like good genius because 4 of the Rimsteds are in the teams.
Yeah,
So it's like a family matter.
It's big happy family. We told it 2 days ago. Big happy family.
Yeah. What's going on in the Venice Cup?
Let's see the Venice Cup. So, in the 8th position, we have Poland with 239, USA 1 with 231. France is already out because it's more than 20 victories, so it's USA 1 who is playing against Brazil, and Poland has a really tough match against England. So, and England is in 4th position, so I guess that England will fight to reach one of the first position, first 2 position, because Sweden is already in 286, so it's not possible to reach.
I think
them.
that USA 1 started the day very, very far behind, if I can remember correctly, and they are like in great shape. So if I were Brazilian, I was afraid now.
Yeah, but if they don't qualify, it will be one of the first time that the USA team from the women team won't be in the knockouts.
Yeah.
We won't have any states team in the knockout. It's really, really weird. I don't think it's...
For sure we will not have France.
Yeah, but they're quite a new team. They're not a very experienced team.
No,
So
there are
they're experienced
four of the players.
And don't forget to look at the first place.
Which has we always
Far,
have
far ahead.
Sweden with 17 victories. Yeah,
It's a lot.
it's a lot, really. They had a really good run since we start, and really it's impressive play by the Swedish
Like
teams.
almost 13, 14 average per match. Like it's something crazy.
Yeah, it's very good, very good.
I'm happy. I'm cheering for them.
And also Sweden has a very young team, because we have Sandra and Cecilia Rimsted and Emma Ovelius with Ida, and so really they have a really young team.
Yeah. And in the Dorsey Trophy?
The Dorsey Trophy, let's see. So,
This is the most important one because we have a lot of competition in the race.
really, so we have India, let's say Japan. Let's start with Japan, which is in 7th position, and it's 239, but I guess he has a big advantage from the other opponents. India is 229 in the 8th position, China Hong Kong 227, China 225, Israel 225, Austria 221, Austria 12th position, no?
But
I didn't expect this. Yeah, and Turkey 221. Let's see the matches. So, India against Israel. So it is a
Very tight one.
Yeah, China Hong Kong against Austria,
Yeah, it's
and China against Poland. So really 3 very tough matches.
yes, but don't forget about the important match. Like we have Turkey, which seems behind,
Yes.
but they are playing against
Against
Guadeloupe.
Guadeloupe. So maybe
So if they score the 20, they have a chance.
they still have a chance. Yes. So I guess in the Dorsey competition, we have really till the end. We really don't know it's going to happen.
And we still have Sweden in this ranking.
Yeah,
They're always there.
3 out of 3. Yes,
Yeah,
and in the
it's a great score.
In this case, we have USA 2 score 292 victory points in 20 matches. So it's really here. It's
yeah, it's
which is
better than
average.
it's better than the other. But Sweden, like they won the under 26 European now,
yeah.
and they
In the
won
pairs.
and they won. No, no, no.
no, you mean
Even in the pairs, but
in
in more in European, and they won the under 16.
Yeah,
It's like unbeatable.
yeah. But I want to ask you something. We will have the Capitan meeting live on Facebook and YouTube. We will broadcast it. And how do you think they're going to choose the teams? Like, which team would you choose? The strongest one, the one you know better?
I think there is carryover, no?
Should be carry. I guess so.
So carryover, it's important. Like
Carryover, it's important. I don't know if it is from one point of view there is a superstition.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is, some country has a bad,
Reputation.
no, but not a bad. Let's not say bad reputation. Let's say
Yeah,
bad. I have a bad history.
Yeah.
with the in the
For
matches.
example, I have some players which I don't like to play, and I try to skip all the time. when I used to play. So it depends from there are different sites to evaluate, because it's you never know. There is also the teams change. Maybe there is the system that you have. Some players like to play against the other players. Some players don't like to play against other players. So there are many different aspects to evaluate and to pick the other team. Also because then there is the semifinals. You have to pick already to think. To have a vision, no?
They are making the barracks? They are putting it, the barracks?
Usually there is a bracket of the...
I remember while I was playing in 2008, and Poland finished like first or something, and then they told us, okay, go to the other side and we'll meet you in the final. We knocked out in the quarter. Say, what are you doing? So you never, it's unexpected.
This is how I think the captain is important, because not only the player are deciding the sorts of the team, but also the captain he has a great responsibility. Because he has to choose the team, so it's very...
Yeah, but it can be very, very bad if you choose a team and the team knocked out.
Yeah,
it's not good for the captain.
So, Sandro, can we have the lineup of this match? So, want to say something?
I know for sure. We will have Egypt against Bulgaria. In the open room, we have Walid El Amadi and Tarek Sadek, which is... one of the most important player, I guess the most important pair from Africa, because everybody knows them. Against Diana Damianova and Viktor Aranov, I play against them sometimes in Italy. They usually come in Italy to play some tournaments. They are good players, my personal opinion. In the closed room, we have the president of the African Bridge Federation, Bernard Pascal, who play with Mohamed Heshmat, against Georgi Karakolev and Vladimir Mikhov. I guess it's a tough match because Bulgaria had a very bad start at the beginning of the Bermuda Bowl, and then they start to play properly, let's say. And at this moment they are qualified. So I don't know for Egypt how much difficult will be this match.
Okay. So we'll see you later, and thank you so much, guys. And I wish you all the best in the WBF works. So we'll hope to have you here again in the next week and to see you again. Okay.
Gilad is leaving tomorrow. I'm here. Yeah. I can come.
You are the important man. I will fly home.
We will miss all Gilad.
So we'll see you next year.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you. That
Bye,
South
guys.
had something in clubs. So now the declarer has a diamond, 2 clubs, and 2 hearts.
Yes, you were quite right about the danger of leading the Queen of Diamonds.
Not that you actually had anything to show. Jack of Hearts isn't something you would brag about. And the spade is high.
Wow.
Did it make?
Wow.
It said -2, but I don't think that was -2.
La Nouvelle-Zélande vient d'apparaître à la 9e place, passant devant Monaco, si j'ai bien vu.
I don't think I can check whether that was right.
Oui, c'est ça. La fin de ce set promet d'être palpitante.
Yeah, so I think.
But you can talk to the operator.
That's right. That's true. He didn't go toe down. So it said -2, but it
count tricks out. I'm not used to this interface. For start.
Yeah. This is my first time with it too.
No, we need to.
Well, it's the first time I've used this interface.
It's okay, but we need to check the operator. And I didn't see what happened in the other room either, so it's.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 hearts, 4 hearts, 1 spade.
I must say this is a rather unimaginative sequence. This is the most textbook sequence I've seen in the entire championships.
Would you have bid 3 spades with the east hand? Nah.
I don't think so. Nah. No shape. You're going to be on lead probably. No points.
Si on pratique la politique du résultat, on peut penser que Est et Ouest ont perdu une occasion de perdre seulement 500 à 4 piques, si je compte bien. Tout le monde est vulnérable. Le part de la donne semble être 4 piques contrées -2. À supposer que 4 cœurs se fassent, mais ça ne devrait pas poser de gros problèmes.
Fourth. Worst position.
Are we supposed to have a video feed from both rooms or just one?
No.
We have the other one, but we don't have. We can switch.
That's a little annoying, I would say.
No, we can switch if it's.
Oh, so you get one or the other.
Setting?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can switch if one is ahead of the other. Okay. Like here, for instance, we might possibly do that so that we have a comparison.
If there's a deal like this in both rooms, do we have the option of switching to the tennis? Or?
We can switch.
Probably we should find some tech to fix it up.
Damianova. Is that?
Non, il y a une table qui a trouvé l'atout pique. pas contré de plus, donc une très bonne donne pour le Bangladesh, je crois. Toutes les autres ont joué 4 cœurs paisiblement.
Peut-être dans cette salle dont tu parles, on a ouvert de 2 piques en ouest.
Très possible, oui.
Yeah, some people open 2 spades with the west hand. How can you stay out of 4 spades?
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the fate of the board.
Yeah. Of course, you might not find the diamond lead. Not that it matters, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have. May be difficult to return a small diamond from a jack fourth.
Il peut se passer des choses sur celle-ci, car resté ouest ont beaucoup de piques et beaucoup de jeux, surtout en ouest. Et considérant qu'il y a une perdante à pique, il va falloir procéder prudemment.
Make 4 spades, don't you?
Yeah, you got
Spade and
you
diamond,
play
make
for
5.
6.
Le chelem est grosso modo sur pas de perdante à l'atout et les honneurs carreaux pas trop désagréablement disposés.
Get east interested.
Et voyons ce qui va se passer.
Nobody. Somebody play 3 no trumps. Okay.
So West is close to a 2-club opener in 4th seat, where partner maybe is a statistical favorite to have a slightly better hand than if you were not in 4th seat. I think there's a lot to be said for 2 clubs because you're probably not getting to slam otherwise.
You might over a spade pass 3 spades. Would you not be interested in slam with the west hand? Whatever partner has.
Ici, Aronov vient d'apprendre que son partenaire a 4 cartes à pique, ce qui est tout de même une excellente nouvelle pour lui. Voyons comment il va s'y prendre.
For me, 3 spades is a lot to bid, even though you have the 3 of spades and an additional 3 spades. Still, it's a lot. Partner's opened in 4th seat, so the upside of a big preempt is diminished. The opponents already have 3 passes to their credit at that point. And your side still has spades.
No, partners, West's cubit of 4 clubs preempted you from making a cubit with your club ace.
Thoughtless of him, really.
Yeah. Maybe this is a last train situation. You bid 4 reds to indicate you have something in clubs. No, a cautious 4 spades. Chicken. And you take your glasses off, but partner doesn't see that.
Ils se sont donc bien arrêtés. C'est pas si simple, hein, tel que c'était parti. Elle a dit 6 piques? Non.
I need to check what's in my water, I'm sorry.
No, 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 no.
Did she really bid 6 spades? Nah.
Surely not.
We don't think she bid 6 spades.
Well, she showed the 3 of spades on her first bid, so maybe she's showing the 6 of spades now.
Yeah.
Il y a probablement un lézard, comme on dit.
Maybe look at Aronov's. No.
Parce que peut-être que S a dit 6 piques, mais que Ouest passe sur 6 piques, ça me paraît curieux. Donc, clairement, S a dit 4 piques et on en est là, j'imagine.
Well, there certainly is single dummy play for this contract. Terrible contract, but we've all seen sicker dogs get better. Just takes a trump lead, really.
Yeah. One general advice we can have is if partner only needs this or that to make the contract, partner never has it.
We should have double cards up here where we can like double the operator.
Yes. Now let's see if they give north-south points here. Since Bulgaria got a 12 suddenly, I think they might have corrected that score before. Should we switch? Switch rooms, perhaps?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we want to have comparisons. Let's see if nothing comes up. We don't even get the bidding here, so it's
Probably just end up in a heart part score here.
or no score. North is not going to open that. Yeah, it did. I had 16 Petersons. Carlotta Diamond. Double. I guess.
Et ici, Est-Ouest ont 9 carreaux, donc ils vont très probablement se bagarrer jusqu'au palier de 3 si c'est nécessaire.
Diamonds.
Et vu la main de sud, on peut penser que ce sera nécessaire. Ce serait étonnant qu'ils ne trouvent pas leur petit à cœur. Ben voilà, on y est directement. Voilà, messieurs, débrouillez-vous.
They might end up in 3 diamonds double.
Mon sud va très vraisemblablement réouvrir.
East-west are vulnerable, and partner opened in fourth seat, so
he certainly indicates more than he has. Okay. And he's going to lose 3 hearts.
L'entame à carreau
And
va
the
sans
diamond.
doute résoudre le problème de la perdante éventuelle à trèfle. Et ce contrat va donc se faire assez paisiblement, j'imagine. Bien qu'il manque As-Roi Dame d'atout.
I believe he's going to guess diamonds.
At Freak One, most likely.
I don't think I'll have too much trouble with plus 140, but it looks like 500 that got away here.
Donc après cette entame, c'est adieu vilain trèfle et le contrat qui se fait sans effort. Encore que, effectivement, le déclarant peut avoir un choix entre savoir quoi jeter sur le roi de carreau, ça pourrait être le pic qui soit perdant finalement, avec la dame de trèfle bien placée. Mais en admettant qu'on lui rejoue carreau, je pense que ce qu'il a de mieux à faire, c'est de couper, au lieu de choisir ce qu'il doit défausser.
Well, he can start by throwing a club on the king of diamonds, and then maybe rough out clubs 3-3. He's got that extra chance if they force him. They may not be able to force him
Oui,
to make a decision.
Lewis explique qu'en fait, il peut couper, enfin, il peut jeter un trèfle sous le roi de carreau et exploiter la chance supplémentaire de la dame de trèfle qui tombe pour jeter le quatrième pic qui est un peu inquiétant malgré tout. Voilà, il a raison, je pense.
In the meantime, Monaco is about 3 victory points behind Egypt. Monaco is playing Netherlands, who are lying second, and they're leading by 13.5 or something.
Ouais, so, Monaco et la Nouvelle-Zélande sont en train de faire le yo-yo entre la 8e et la 9e place actuellement, derrière l'Égypte que vous avez à l'écran. Et quoi qu'il en soit, Monaco, au début de ce set, avait 8 points de victoire de retard et actuellement il en a 3. Il ou elle, je ne sais pas comment il faut dire, Monaco a 3 points de retard. C'est-à-dire qu'ils ont déjà bien refait leur handicap.
least we're getting an auction feed from the other room now.
But, what did you say? Finished? You're finished? On a fini? Oh, just presque.
She's on her way. She's more stressed than me.
She got a better offer? Oh my God.
Swing drop down again.
So for all of you who were chanting, "Where's Barry?" Here he is.
Thank you very much. Have I missed much?
13-12.
13-12.
Yes, you missed a couple of scores that we do not believe happened.
Did you see them but not believe them?
Yeah, we saw one and we believed the person went one down in something, but it was listed as 2 down, vulnerable doubled.
There was also an auction that we all doubled.
Then they bid 1 spade, 3 spades, Q bid 4 clubs, and the one with 4 triple 3 and the club ace jumped to 6.
And a jack.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot the jack. We don't know if that was true.
Do we want to switch rooms? Are we behind?
I think so. We should.
Can we switch rooms perhaps because we're a board in front of the other room?
What's happening here? A club, a spade, double 3. Clubs.
Some limit raise, 3 clubs, or
Yeah, some mixed raise.
I'm sure you've already commented on the fact that New Zealand have overtaken Monaco,
Yeah, we did.
but they're still ninth,
Yeah.
1 place out of qualifying. I don't know whether it's inappropriate to ask the French commentator whether if New Zealand qualify in 8th place, whether the French will select them this year as well.
They did before?
Last year, it did not go well.
Oh, for someone, I'm sure.
So,
Here we're in 3 spades by West on a singleton club lead.
Hello to everybody. Your favorite commentators are again online. Hello, Alberto.
Hello, Fernando. Hello, everybody.
Do you know that we received a thousands mail asking for us? So we are here again.
Oh, okay. And we can have a look at the situation. First, the Bermuda Ball, of course. What can you say about this, Fernando?
Well, I am seeing that Monaco are attacking the 8th place. They are very, very soon of Egypt. So this is the battle here.
Well, I could say that New Zealand is not completely out
No,
of this battle.
It's true.
On the contrary, Italy couldn't take any advance of too easy match today, and they are not now completely out of the. But Monaco and Egypt is a really something to follow with a great attention. But New Zealand could pass them both coming from the third position. You see, and
in Egypt, Bulgaria, the most important match, after 5 balls, they are tied.
Yes.
Egypt won the match by 1 inch, it's nothing.
Yes, they are. We can say that they are. Who do you think is going to beat, Monaco or Egypt, in your opinion, Fernando?
I can answer you when the tournament finish.
Oh, okay. That's an easy way to answer.
Well,
I think that everybody in the first 7 teams is hoping that Egypt will be.
Yes, because everybody always is with the most weaker team. But I have very good friends in both teams, so I prefer no answer your question.
Okay, for sure. You don't have to.
Included New Zealand. I have a very good friend there.
New Zealand is winning against Brazil just 7-1, but it's just five rounds past. So we could maybe we could see New Zealand pass them both. I don't think that is impossible.
No, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. Okay, France will be surely be the first. If you were
okay, not pick up the 8 because maybe Monaco finish in 8. So
it's not.
If Monaco finish in 8th place, it's a tough decision.
It's a tough because as the things are up to now. Also Sweden is in the 2nd, 5th. So there are a lot of good teams. I think that China and Bulgaria would be.
Bulgaria, I think.
Yeah, but don't think that Bulgaria is such an easy team to play against.
No. But China always.
Yeah. China is always a surprise.
Yes,
you never know them
exactly.
Years ago there was a Chinese player, Fu. Do you remember? He was really
I remember Zhak Sao.
No, but they don't play. They don't play anymore.
No.
I wonder why. And Sandra, can we have
the Venice Cup?
The Venice Cup, yes. In here, Sweden will finish for sure in the first position. Why now the first 8 to me are definitely chosen. For USA, let's say USA 1 is playing Brazil, while Poland.
They are losing teams in 5 balls.
In 5 balls. And Poland is losing just 6 against England. And
are winning 12 against England.
12 again. They are winning after 6 board. They are winning.
Very good result.
And as you know, my opinion, England won't fight so hardly to become 4th, and they may become 3rd because they are.
Yes, but England is a very experimented team.
Yeah, they
are world champion former several times.
So they have great tradition.
Yes, and Israel have a very good team. Wonderful. They show wonderful bridge, and they are very, very young.
Look, also here, if the situation stands like this, look between who they have to choose: Israel, Netherlands, Poland, and England. You know, you really have a hard choice to do. I don't ask you who you would choose because
I think. But they can pick Israel, Poland, or England because the Netherlands.
In this order,
and they are neighbors. So
if I were a captain, I would play. I would choose in this order: Poland, Israel, England, then Netherlands. Okay,
yes,
Netherlands can't be chosen by anybody. And what about the Dorsey Trophy?
The Dorsey Trophy.
Okay, here too we have a team that is far away in the first position, which is USA 2, France is in a very good position. Then we have Italy. These three teams, okay, USA too is far away. Then France.
No, the battle is for the 8th place.
Yes,
between India and China, Hong Kong.
Exactly. The battle is for the 4th place between absolutely. Let's see for the 8th place. We have Japan now should be. I'm almost sure we have in 4 points we have 3 teams: India, China, Hong Kong, and the other China. What would you think, Fernando? Let's see
it's a tough pronostic,
it's
but
tough
I think India maybe have more nervous in the final. They are defeating Israel
How you think so?
by 16 aims, and I think that they are very calm.
India is against Israel. They are playing against Israel.
Against Israel.
That in this case didn't do very well, but usually Israel in this in the seniors is a very strong team, and then we have Poland, China. China is facing Poland.
But China, Hong Kong are defeating Austria by 24 inches.
Yes, but
a lot.
Even after this, China, Hong Kong is in 9th position. India is winning.
We'll see, Alberto.
We'll see. It's too
need to wait.
So shall we remind again that at 8 o'clock there will be the captain meeting with choosing by the press four of every competition their opponents for the quarterfinal, for the semi. Will be online. We'll be online
making questions to the captain and player.
To the captain, to the players.
And to the player also.
Of course. Okay, so, Fernando, something to add? You have something more to say?
Only that our followers keep with us.
Okay.
Stay with us and be patient.
Thank you very much from me and from the great Fernando.
Thank you to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Admittedly, North is the only one with a heart card, but I don't think that helps. If you're looking for a squeeze of some sort.
After you've lost 4 tricks, you probably have a squeeze for the 9th trick, but you also have 9 on top. So.
Yeah.
To try to be fair to East, I wouldn't call West hand a maximum for 3 spades.
And we're talking about a man who knows what a real minimum looks like. Tell me, Marshall, what are your plans for the next few days? Who's your team?
It's in the process of assembly.
To be decided, as they say.
Never too late.
Actually, the team kind of fell apart due to 2 personal tragedies. One death in the family, and the other one got a new job.
Oh, that's bad.
I mean, the timing was bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of us would regard getting a job as a bonus rather than as a negative, but I can be fairly sure Pio would not be amongst that group. Good-looking result for New Zealand, the one table that's in their match against Brazil. They beat 4 spades in 1 room. We don't see the comparison result yet.
Sweden was fighting to get from 5th up to 3rd. Otherwise, they're going to be stuck with the best team from the lower group. 1, 2, 3 will pick opponents, and the fourth one will have to play the leftover team.
So let's look at who's there. France going to be the winners.
Yeah,
Netherlands
I think
favorite for second place, and USA 1 for third.
I think US 2 and Sweden are going to be the match.
Right. Well, Sweden beat USA in the Olympiad the year that they won it. Maybe there's an omen there.
Oh, yeah, yes. When you say the Olympiad, you mean the Rosenblum.
2012, wasn't it, in Lille?
Yes,
that was not the Rosenblum. Wasn't that the Olympiad or the Mind Sport Games at that stage?
Yeah, but it wasn't a real Olympiad, was it?
Okay.
I thought.
There's only one real Olympics. We're not yet part of it.
We don't have it anymore. It's true.
So, Egypt have increased their lead, we think, to 4 imps. It gives them a 5 victory point lead over New Zealand, and Monaco are almost out of the picture, 9 victory points behind. In the seniors, India are in 8th place ahead of China, Hong Kong, 4 victory points the gap. Does anybody in the audience, any non-playing captains, know, is there any carry forward if teams meet for the second time in the knockout? No? Thank you.
It means US 1 is not necessarily picking China, in spite of leading 34-1 here. And Monaco down.
On we go to board 9, where 4 hearts and 4 hearts doubled. Not uncommon. You seem to have
10 tricks.
10 tricks, don't you?
At least.
At least.
It's true.
If you draw trumps, you have 5 hearts, 2 spades, and 2 diamonds, just 1 club and 1 heart loser. So if you take an early spade finesse, I guess you can just give up a diamond. The defense may do something to make that inconvenient, I suppose.
Like leading a diamond from the queen. Yeah, China doubled. China did reach 3.
So West on their way to making a game force in hearts. East didn't show a singleton club. Just bid 4 hearts. That's unusual. Maybe 2-no trumps is only a limit raise or better, and 3 clubs would be a stronger variety. Anything on the card, Marshall, for a heart 2-no? Thank you. Yes. 2-no trump is 12 to 15 with fit, so East would only do something else if they had slam interest. That makes sense.
It might be a French style 2-no where it's that range and it could be either 3 or 4 cards.
In France, it depends. In reality, at start, it was exclusively inviting.
Right.
Oh,
With 3 or 4 trumps and balanced. Now, it depends. It depends, but here clearly, since East did not splinter,
Mm-hmm.
it certainly is ranged and low ranged, even so.
East-West in the closed room are taking a bathroom break. They did not pass out the hand.
4 hearts.
Et Barry s'étonnait que S n'ait pas fait de splinter avec une main qui n'est pas énorme en point d'honneur, mais qui est tout de même très sympathique. Et nous en déduisons que la main de West, qui a dit 200 atouts, est très limitée vers le haut.
India went down. Polish women did too.
I'm still trying to reconstruct the auction where they got to where the 4 hearts was doubled.
1 heart double, 4 hearts double?
Yeah, that would make sense, somehow. Il est possible que pour arriver à 4 cœurs contrés, Sud qui est non vulnérable contre vulnérable, se soit un peu jeté à l'eau et contrer un cœur d'appel, c'est tout à fait possible. Donc ça serait aller, un cœur contre, 4 cœurs, et Nord contre, pour expliquer que, ma foi...
Do you think it's possible that the auction really was passed out in the closed room? I suppose it's legal. I mean, yes, East doesn't have a great opening bid, and yes, West doesn't have a great opening bid, but
Yeah.
it's there's nothing to say that it couldn't be done. It's just, well, it was passed out in USA Pakistan as well, in the Dorsey Trophy.
And
The
Bulgaria.
seniors, I guess, needed to take a break. They bid enough on the previous 9 hands.
In the days of wrought stone, you could easily have that auction. Not too many wrought stone pairs around now.
Well, remember, in the seniors, there may be more than we realize.
Wonder how you go down.
The Egyptians still lead by 5 victory points over New Zealand for 9th place, but given that 4 hearts is surely going to make here, you would figure that 12 imps is about to come back to Bulgaria. And I can confirm that passed out is correct.
That's around 12, is it? seems possible to go down. I wonder how.
Yeah.
Club ace lead or trump lead.
PO, qui est le diminutif de Peroloff Sunderland, qui est à ma droite, se demande si on peut perdre ce contrat, et pour ma part, je n'ai pas de solution chutante. En l'état actuel des choses, puisque le roi de pique s'est avéré être bien placé.
Okay, I think you can go down from here. I think if declarer just cashes the ace of hearts and sets out on a cross ruff, North will over-ruff the third diamond and play the king of hearts, and declarer will be a trick short. In fact, I think it's quite plausible to go down. I don't think he'll do anything wrong. So in this position, if declarer doesn't ruff a club, but just cashes the ace of hearts and sets about a cross ruff, when you play ace king of diamonds and ruff a diamond, if you cash the ace of hearts, North will over ruff and cash a heart and beat you. I think you're a trick short. You need to ruff two diamonds and a spade and dummy, and you can't.
What you're saying could plausibly happen at the table, but I think it is a mistake to cash the ace of hearts so early on. I think it can wait, and you can suffer one overruff, and then cash the ace of hearts after that.
You're absolutely right. That's technically correct, but in practice, the line of play, as soon as I can spot a losing line of play, you can be sure that declarer will follow it. I didn't get where I am today, that's to say, this side of the commentary table rather than at the table playing, by finding good lines of play.
Actually, now I think.
Declarer's down.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that that pass out in the other room was extremely well judged. As you said, Marshall, this is a very good technical hand. Ace king of diamonds and ruff a diamond without cashing the ace of hearts. North gets to ruff in and play back a black card, but now you have trump control. You cash the ace of hearts and ruff another diamond and you get the extra trick, I think. Very nicely spotted.
Well, I mean, I think it could get hurt if the overruff is with a stiff trump, but that's just so unlikely.
This will make an excellent hand for Mark Horton's column, Misplay This Hand With Me. I'll recommend it to him.
Somebody did go down on a trump lead, and then you can't attack it anymore. Yeah. 2 rounds of hearts.
But then you just draw trumps and give up a diamond.
I do. 1, 2.
And once you've determined that the spade finesse works.
Yeah.
Against 4 hearts doubled, I would assume the trump lead would be normal.
Yeah. Let's see, a spade plus 4 spades. Jesus Christ. Okay.
So in the closed room, East was not comfortable opening any number of hearts for evident reasons, though the hand might be opened with something in some rooms.
Yes, it's a 2-diamond multi here. In the other room, North-South reached 4 spades. The defenders led a diamond and shifted to a trump. and declarer couldn't get enough clubs away from either hand and just drifted one down.
Down was a good lead. Okay, 1, 2.
Voilà l'explication. Apparemment, il y a un incident d'arbitrage à la table que nous avons à l'écran. On se demandait pourquoi Sadek n'avait pas enchéri et regardait un peu partout autour de lui. Et ben, en fait, il m'a semblé qu'il parlait à un arbitre il y a une minute. Car ça fait environ 5 minutes qu'il considère ce qu'il devrait dire sur 2 carreaux multi.
I would bid, yeah.
Si je peux risquer une hypothèse, il arrive qu'on ait l'autorisation de voir une défense sous les yeux, à la table, en cas de convention extrêmement bizarre, mais on ne peut pas dire que le 2 carreaux multi soit une convention bizarre de manière extravagante. Donc ce qui se passe est un peu curieux.
Is he thinking?
Anything special about this 2 diamonds?
I don't know. Maybe it's hard. No.
It's a true multi. Could be a strong balanced hand.
Oui, donc apparemment, il n'y a rien de réellement particulier avec cette ouverture de 2 carreaux. Selon Marshall, qui a la feuille de convention d'Est-Ouest sous les yeux.
Does he know it's his turn? Does he know it's his turn? It doesn't look like it.
If ever I saw a guy who didn't know, director call.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he was waiting for the director to call because he wasn't satisfied with the explanation he got, or?
Did you look at that card?
It just said 4 to 8 weak or 2022 balanced.
Oh, weak, anything.
Oh, weak in a major, sorry.
All right, yeah. Four to 8?
Yeah.
He has 9. No, he has 7. No, he's 9. 9.
Bien, nous y voilà. Donc Sadek ensuite vient de dire 2 piques, si je vois bien. Et continue à consulter l'arbitre, dirons-nous. Et la Madi en or a une bonne main pour tenter la manche, à mon sens.
Gap between Egypt and New Zealand is still about 5 victory points.
Ouais, le chassé-croisé continue autour de la 9e place. Il y a de fortes chances que ça soit ainsi jusqu'à la fin de ce match, hein, dont les 2 ou 3 dernières donnes promettent d'être palpitantes, hein, je pense.
In the Venice Cup, Poland still lead USA by 10 victory points for the 8th, 9th place. In the Dorsey Trophy, China and China-Hong Kong are in 9th and 10th place chasing India, who are currently in 8th, but that's pretty close.
Clubs. Interesting.
I wonder what 3 clubs is all about.
Clubs. Can't you see my fantastic 10/5 of clubs?
I see the 3 of clubs, but
Yes, you're not obligated to make a bid just because you have that card. At least
I was just wondering if it was something funny. I mean, peculiar.
multi-defenses are often not listed on the main card, but just on the subsidiary.
Yeah. But I mean, once South bids 2 spades, it's not even effectively a multi-auction anymore, is it?
No, normally, unless 2 spades is a takeout of hearts, in which case 3 clubs would be natural and constructive. And I guess that's what's happened. That 2 spades shows short hearts, and North's 3 clubs is natural and constructive. Great result for the system. They've come to a stop in a makeable part score, and that will be another 5 imps to Egypt.
Sure.
necessarily a good enough suit to reach a 4-3 fit at the 6 double. Defenders took a lightener double to get a rough with the short trumps at the first trick, cashed their ace at the second trick, and now declare is counting the under trick. Which isn't a great result on a hand that your side can probably make 4 notes. 4 spades, I'm sorry. On a 7-1 fit, splitting 5-0.
So, well, 4 spades down 1 and 3 clubs making.
So this is going to improve the Egyptians' chances of qualifying. They're 5 victory points or so clear of Egypt. All they need to do is avoid a disaster. Just watch this space for the next deal.
Clear of New Zealand, you mean?
Yep, clear of New Zealand, I'm sorry. In the Venice Cup, we'll see how much Poland are clear of USA won. And in the Dorsey Trophy, it's India clinging on to 8th place by a single victory point from China, Hong Kong. Okay, those of you who wanted Egypt to avoid a disaster should turn away. One of the Egyptians overcalled 2 diamonds on a 4-card suit. Perhaps he had the 5 and 6 of hearts in his diamonds. He's declaring 6 diamonds on the lead of the Jack of Spades, covered with the ace and ruffed. South played the ace and king of clubs, and declarer has ruffed it and is now contemplating life in general.
You mean what's left of it?
Yes, when he comes to score this one up with his teammates, there may be surprisingly little. Let's look at this auction here, where West overcalled 2 diamonds in the closed room. East bid spades, then Q-bid, then drove to slam. And if his partner had had a 5th diamond and spades had not been 5-0, his decision would not have been unreasonable. Today was not that day.
Before you came, there was an auction in the open room that had not many fewer bids than this one, and the final contract was 1 diamond doubled. It took 4 rounds of bidding to get to 1 diamond double.
Pass, the club, pass, double, pass, redouble. I think you could take 5 rounds if you opened a club in 4th seat. They balanced with a double, you balanced with a redouble, you balanced with a diamond, and yes. 4 spades doubled in this room. A more respectable contract.
And more making?
Or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it makes no matter what.
You need to lead a club to get it.
You had to lead a heart to get a ruff, get back in with a club and a heart. You still have.
Yeah, just
That's
a natural trump.
roughing twice with trump tricks. That's no good.
It doesn't work.
Yep. Okay. And because North has to follow to 4 diamonds, declarer can just pitch his heart loser on the 4th one. In the other room, in 6 diamonds, defenders took a ruff and cashed the ace of clubs at trick 1 and 2, played another club. Declarer drew 1 round of trumps and cashed the king of spades to pitch a club. He's still thinking, but I believe he has to go at least 1 more down. At the moment, Deep Finesse says Declarer has a choice of plays that range from 4 down to 5 down and 6 diamonds doubled. So the really good news for North-South on this hand is that they're not vulnerable. 590 and 800 is only 16 imps. If they'd been vulnerable, it would have been 790 and 1100. And even more expensive. But these things are all relative. Too much good news of that sort can kill you.
Well, it's particularly good news for North-South in the open room because their result was a mere bagatelle compared to the spectacular East-West result in the closed room.
Down 800. I guess that means we'll have a new leader at the end of this board. And I wonder whether, well, New Zealand have just dropped a couple of victory points, but it's going to be very close between Egypt and New Zealand at the end of this board.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if West in the closed room after that debacle will open 1 club at favorable vulnerability.
Yes.
Well, that was the other room.
Oh. Right.
Good point.
On ne serait pas surpris ici de voir Sud pousser l'affaire jusqu'à 300 atouts. Après avoir vérifié que son partenaire ne peut pas le soutenir à pique.
New Zealand had a big pickup on the previous deal and are now in 8th qualifying place.
What? Surprenant.
I think in the closed room it went diamond, spade, and no trump, and 2 diamonds was game forcing.
Correct.
Stamen top.
So 3 no trumps on a low heart lead. Declarer has 2 hearts, 5 diamonds, and 2 aces. So I guess that's 9 tricks in the closed room and another big pickup for Bulgaria.
Je doute que Tarek Sadek soit très content du déroulement des opérations.
An amazing pair of results.
We are here again with Mark Horton. And Mark has just lost the chance to comment a very interesting hand we have just seen. And Mark would have commented very well, I think. It was
well, maybe, but never mind. What we want to do very quickly, because we have a lot of exciting commitments this evening, we want to tell you what's happening as we come to the close of the 3 competitions. We'll start with the Bermuda Bowl, and of course we want to focus entirely on the struggle for the vital 8th place.
But as you notice, Mark, it's not the real situation.
We know something which for some reason is not yet posted on the scoreboard, that Bulgaria have just gained 16 imps against Egypt. Egypt had a small swing themselves before that, so the effect of that will be to cost Egypt roughly 3 VPs, which means that New Zealand will be much closer. Egypt's score is really something like 222. So one good swing for New Zealand, and they could be the ones to take the 8th place.
No chance for Monaco, Mark?
Well, they have a theoretical chance, but they're running out of boards. Only 3 boards left in their match. So I think their chance is probably gone. So it's very hard to say between Egypt and New Zealand, but it's going to be very exciting. It could easily be decided on the last board.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Venice Cup. There we are, Venice Cup. Well, this looks a little bit more clear-cut, doesn't it? It's between Poland and USA, that's for sure. But Poland are beating England, and they only have 4 boards left. And USA 1 just have a very narrow lead over Brazil. So I think Poland almost home and hosed.
May I ask you one thing?
Yes, of course.
If you were... in which order do you think they will be chosen? Because if the situation remains this one.
Well, Sweden will go first, and they'll probably choose Israel. China next. They'll probably choose Poland.
And between
Russia.
England and Netherlands, who would you choose if you were the captain of one of...
I think Russia had a good win against England, so I think they would choose England, and that would leave Indonesia to play the Netherlands.
Can we make quickly the same thing for Bermuda Bowl?
Well, we could, I guess, if we want to.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yes.
France choose probably Egypt, Netherlands,
China. I think
Netherlands take China.
USA 1.
Maybe USA 1 choose whoever they like, Bulgaria.
And look what
Sweden,
happens.
USA 2.
For Sweden and USA 2 to become 4th or 5 is exactly the same thing.
It's the same.
Exactly the same thing.
It's the same,
because
right.
they won't be chosen
but
in any case.
It's always been like that.
It's always been like that, yeah.
So let's go quickly to the Dorsey Trophy. And I know it's still very exciting there. I know it's coming. Here we are, Dorsey Trophy.
Okay.
You see, it's between 3 teams, really.
In 3 points.
India, China, Hong Kong, and China. And there's still time for anything to happen there. One good board for China, Hong Kong, or China, and they could leap past India. So that's going to be very exciting, I think.
India is already winning a lot against Israel, so for India it's not so easy to make more points.
No, but you know, yes, that's always a good point. But I like to have the points on the board. You know.
Yeah. And China is also winning a lot against.
Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. You'll have to contain your excitement, and of course, at some point, we'll be back to tell you exactly what happened on the end of a very thrilling day.
Thank you very much, all, and we'll see you in half an hour, I think.
Bye for now.
Bye.
I would probably have to take a club finesse, I guess. It's the best way to pitch the diamond loser.
Le déclarant n'aura pas l'occasion, ne pourra pas se permettre de perdre la main à l'atout, donc il devra se débarrasser de sa perdante à carreau si elle est ouverte à l'entame, en faisant la passe à trèfle qui réussit. Donc on peut penser que s'il parvient des 4 piques, ils vont les faire.
3-0, maybe a little better contract.
Yes, if they set up a diamond trick for you, you might just take the club finesse.
Yeah, unblock the hearts.
Yep, you have to unblock the hearts first, as you say. Technically.
East-West in the open room may be on their way to 3 now.
Pour ma part, je ne suis pas du tout choqué. Je ne le serais pas en tout cas de voir Ouest simplement déclarer 300 atouts. C'est une chose qui fonctionne très très souvent. À cause de la qualité de la couleur et du fait que même si le partenaire a 3 cartes à pique, le contrat de 300 atouts n'en sera que meilleur.
So presumably one heart was a transfer here.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you who may play such systems more than I do, is 2 spades normally forcing in this situation?
I don't know the answer.
No.
People play it in so many different ways.
No, normally it's not forcing.
Still playing 3-0 trumps in the other room, but they look likely to come to 11 tricks, I think. And if they make 660, it will be 10 imps to Bulgaria.
So how do you go down in 4 spades? Diamond lead?
I guess you
try
play a trump.
small or queen, or
I guess you forget that you have 4 losers and play a trump.
yeah.
Seniors often forget these things.
True.
In the Venice Cup, Poland's lead over USA 1 for 8th place is 7 victory points. We'll see how many boards they have left in a minute. 3 boards left. USA 1 over Brazil, 23-9. They have 4 boards left, so we'll need a spectacular collapse by Poland to surrender the last qualifying place in the Venice Cup. In the Dorsey Trophy, still India over China, Hong Kong.
It's greatly inferior to the club finesse, but suppose just as an idea, declare in 4 spades on a diamond lead, played north for 2 honors doubleton, and then played 4 rounds of hearts. So if south roughed, they could discard the diamond loser and then lose 2 trumps. And if north roughed, then
You only lose 2 trumps.
you
Yeah.
lose 2 trumps. But I don't know why anybody would play it that way.
Right. The point you made, Marshall, about the play in 3-0 is that if you get a diamond lead and the 10 wins, as will probably happen here, declarer must unblock the ace, queen, jack of hearts before taking the club finesse to ensure his 9 tricks. And if the club finesse holds, he mustn't repeat it.
Canada, elderlies, also went down.
fonctionne bien. On y a été plus lentement qu'avec ma méthode, mais on arrive tout de même à 300 atouts. Et le déclarant a plusieurs options, gagnant toutes autant qu'elles sont. Il n'est pas totalement obligé de débloquer les cœurs puisqu'ils sont 3-3. Il vaudrait mieux qu'il le fasse au cas où il serait 4-2, mais en l'occurrence, il va faire 2 carreaux, 3 trèfles et 4 cœurs, quelle que soit la façon dont il s'y prend.
How many boards left, PO, in the New Zealand-Brazil match? Are they on 14 or 12? Or they just flick past it, but we back up in a second.
Nous en sommes donc à la donne 14 et actuellement l'Égypte n'est plus dans le top 8.
2 boards left in New Zealand-Brazil, and New Zealand are 3 victory points, a little less than 3 victory points ahead of Egypt. One big swing could reverse the positions.
Yeah. Whereas Monaco is out.
Monaco is on the second page. That's never a good place to be when you're looking at the top 8 qualifiers.
16. So.
India, in the Dorsey Trophy, have 4 results still to come and lead both China, Hong Kong and China for the last qualifying place. And the last time we looked at the Venice Cup, Poland seemed relatively secure, barring a meltdown.
So it looks to me, unless I'm missing something, that East-West have some chance to make 4 hearts here on an elimination.
You certainly don't have 4 top losers. You can throw North in an incomplete or complete elimination by stripping off the diamonds and 2 trumps and playing on clubs. Well, at this table, North-South are already in 4 spades doubled.
Yeah. The 2 down.
Nobody vulnerable. You would think that West would either lead a trump, which would be my choice, or the Queen of Clubs. Where do you stand on the opening lead, Henri?
I'm considering that the auction looks standard, but not completely so, because 5-3-3-2 is not really, how to say that.
You've got a lot of values in spades.
Sexy.
You don't think you're going to get doubled all that
About
often.
the opening lead, I would lead a trump.
So did anybody play 4 hearts and make it? I see 4 hearts doubled down 1 at one table. I guess if you're doubled, you're not going to make it. They wouldn't double you if they weren't going to beat you. It's not so easy to defend this hand. If declarer wins the first spade in dummy and plays a heart to the jack, is West really supposed to shift to a club? Don't like it. He can return a heart and achieve the same result, I guess.
What are you saying? Spade lead or what?
Yeah, spade lead, heart to the queen and king. The fact that nothing West does matters doesn't mean that he doesn't have a difficult defense after that start.
Well, when declarer leads a heart to the queen, it's quite likely that he's got a doubleton queen jack, and so the card, the loser that could go away is much more likely to be a club, I think. East is more likely to have made that double with two aces than an ace and a king. Straws in the wind maybe, but...
In this room, declarer played a club at trick 2, and that went to the jack, king, and ace. Is there any risk of any of the losers going away now? Heshmat in the closed room against 4 spades led the queen of clubs. Declarer ducked it. And now the defense must not continue clubs, so declarer does get out for down 1, I think.
Don't you have a valet for this?
When the queen of clubs holds the lead at trick 1, what signal do you give as East? Count or suit preference? Whatever East did in the closed room wasn't enough because he followed with the 5 and West continued clubs. So declarer in the closed room is going to get out for down 1. That's another 5 imps to Bulgaria. 2 boards to go, and the Egyptians' chances of making 8th place getting a little slimmer. The fat lady has warmed up, even if she hasn't started to sing.
This match has really turned around.
Yep. This board was a push in New Zealand, Brazil in 3-0. You'd expect a strong no trump to be raised to game at many tables. But if East comes in to show spades, it may be a little more difficult.
If East comes in by showing spades, then for many pairs, a Lebensall auction would get you to 3-0 in a hurry. But if it's a multi-intervention, then things are a little stickier.
Yeah, the point you're making is that over 2 spades, South can either double for takeout or cube it to show 4 hearts without a stopper. In this room, when East bids 2 diamonds to show 1 major, you need some better definition of what your calls are so that you can show your 2 suits one way or another.
Voyons si Sud essaye de développer un peu tout ça ou s'il déclare directement 300 atouts, ce qui est une option. Mais il choisit d'aller plus doucement que cela.
So they've reached 3-0 trumps in the closed room on the north